It's a big subject, big panel, big debate, and therefore I'd like to begin by saying that we are going to go into open debate round right at the start, by which I want to clarify that I'll not go through the first round. We'll go into straight debate right at the start. At the end of the first question, we can come into the debate without waiting for just a first mandatory round from everyone. I think that will make the debate more fruitful. I hope I have your cooperation in that, and I'd like to welcome very quickly all our guests, Mohammad Adib and Ali Anwar Ansari. Together in one side are the two MPs among the 65 who've written to the Obama government. Now there's Dr. Manoj Jha of the RJD, Hassan Jauhar from Ahmedabad, Abid Rasool Khan, Congress leader from Andhra Pradesh, Jay Narayan Vyas and Meenakshi Lekhi of the BJP for the diplomatic perspective, G. Parthasarathy. To Mr. G. Parthasarathy first, is it correct? Is there a question here? If I were to ask you, Mr. Parthasarathy, is it correct for members of parliament to take political disputes regarding issues such as the granting of a visa to an elected chief minister to a foreign capital?
Look, let me explain the procedure which is followed in this democratic country, and I'm proud of our democracy, with regard to the visits by state chief ministers abroad. Now, the procedure is for the External Affairs Ministry to facilitate the visit of any chief minister. The chief minister is not just an elected representative, he figures in the Indian Constitution. Now, I don't believe we should demean ourselves by bringing our domestic politics and washing our dirty linen in public in a foreign country. The Americans initially rejected the visa for whatever reason based on domestic pressure. But the fact of the matter is they normally reject a visa only when a man is convicted by a court. In this case, the investigations, including one by Supreme Court appointed SIT, have not established guilt. Now, if you get into this business of playing your domestic politics abroad, then we demean ourselves as a fractious democracy. And let me tell you one thing, I have watched the growth of foreign policy since the days of Jawaharlal Nehru, since the days of Mr. Vajpayee, Mr. Narasimha Rao and Indira Gandhi. We never carried our domestic disputes to foreign shores. Having said that, I think Mr. Modi has been dignified, he has not responded to this. And I personally believe that we also get demeaned as an Indian if we appear too anxious about traveling to a particular foreign country. He's been to Europe, he's been to Japan. If the Americans don't give it, no big deal.
Point taken.
They rejected General Thein Sein, the president of Myanmar, a visa 6 months ago, and now Barack Obama welcomed him in the White House. So as I said, two things. One, the chief minister is a constitutional office. Unless a person has been found guilty, you have to order him, give him the due courtesies which any chief minister of India as an elected representative is entitled to. And secondly, for God's sake, let us not carry our more unseemly domestic disputes to foreign shores.
So I knew I'd start. I know I said by saying open debate right at the top, but then let's hear it from Mohammad Adib and Ali Anwar Ansari. G. Parthasarathy is not a congressman. He's not from the RJD. He's not from the CPIM. And he's saying this. What's your defense, Mohammad Adib and Ali Anwar Ansari?
And I'm not from the BJP either.
He's not from the... He's not from the BJP. Sorry, he's not from the BJP, he's not from the Shiv Sena, he's not from the JDU, he's not from a party, and therefore I really wanted to start with G. Parthasarathy, but that's a diplomatic voice. Are you embarrassing your own country, Mohammad Adib and Ali Anwar Ansari, by doing what you've done?
I don't know what Mr. Parthasarathy has said, but what I wanted to clarify my position, that we asked certain questions from Barack Obama administration, that why you have not given visa to our chief minister, elected chief minister, for 10 years. And if you're going to give the visa, what conditions have changed in the last 10 years? Do you feel that Mr. Modi is now a clean person? Or you think your policy of granting visa to a person who has been framed as a human rights activist, as a human rights violation, you stop the visa? So this is my basic question to Obama administration, because we are no one who can ask anybody to give the visa, don't give the visa. This is not a question.
Sir, you have said you are a member of parliament. You are a member of parliament sworn to the Indian Constitution. And therefore, if the, no, you have said
has not been allowed to enter in
no
on the ground of certain clauses of immigration.
Sir, you are not
applying in America.
That's between two governments. That's
after
not
10 years.
Okay, let's get there.
Most of the people are in jail, or they are facing trials,
okay,
or they are in court cases.
Meenakshi Lekhi, the letter says we wish to respectfully urge you to maintain the current policy of denying Mr. Modi a visa to the United States. And you are a member of parliament, exactly. And that is what you have said. I am quoting from the letter. 12 parties, MPs, identical letters to Obama. You are telling Obama not to give an elected chief minister a letter. You are telling Obama to deny Modi a visa. So you are interfering in a due government process, an elected member of parliament. Meenakshi Lekhi, your turn to respond. Meenakshi Lekhi.
Yes.
Meenakshi Lekhi, let's hear the other side.
They have denied the visa on
I'm making couple of points. The first, tell him to keep quiet when I'm speaking. The very first point is, why do Indian parliamentarians, instead of clarifying the exact position in 2002, go before a foreign agency denigrating their own constitutional post holder, who happens to be a chief minister of a state in India and not in Pakistan or Afghanistan? Number one. Number two, there seems to be a jugalbandi of Congress along with the sleeper cells abroad and within the country, and precisely for this reason I think the British and the Mughals ruled this country. The next point I want to make directly to Mr. Adib is very simple, that this gentleman has said in his letter that it seems to be signed by Sitaram Yechuri and Achyutanandji, and both have denied signing. Why should criminal charges not be pressed against him for forging or fabricating the signatures?
Have any signatures been forged? Have signatures been forged, Mr. Adib?
This is the letter. This is the letter. I'm showing it to you. And whoever is talking to me, I don't know which lady she is.
Meenakshi Lekhi of the BJP.
And she is comparing the Mughal Raj and these things. I don't want to reply to her, but I am telling you, this is the letter which has been written by everybody, and I am ashamed. She should be ashamed that her president of a national party,
or not?
Of a national party begging for his chief minister's visa in America.
Oh, you should be ashamed of yourself. You have no business to represent Indians, because you are not an Indian, and you are an insult to the Muslims of Gujarat.
And requesting, please grant me visa.
Forget. Because what the president is doing is setting the records right. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Ali Anwar
because
Ansari.
You don't know the facts. You are representing both the SP and the Congress, the most communal parties in this country. Have you forgotten 1980 riots in Muradabad done by the Congress party?
Ali
Have you
Anwar
forgotten
Ansari
1986? Have you forgotten Bhagalpur? All done by the Congress party. And today you are representing Congress and the SP.
No, 1 second. मैं सवाल कर रहा हूँ. 1 second. I am asking a question to Ali Anwar Ansari. 1 second, please. 1 second. Ali Anwar Ansari जी, ये चिट्ठी आपने लिखी है? जी. आपने ये चिट्ठी लिखी है, साइन किया आपने? No, 1 minute. एक मिनट. आपने चिट्ठी. No, एक मिनट.
मैं स्टैंड.
आपने चिट्ठी कब भेजी?
6 महीना पहले भेजी.
6 महीना पहले भेजा. जब
और
ने कब भेजा?
उस समय आप लोग नोटिस नहीं लेते, तो हम लोग जर्नलिस्ट भी हैं, तो समय पर जब उधर से
आपने चिट्ठी कब भेजी?
साहब कह रहे हैं,
आपने चिट्ठी कब भेजी?
सुन लिया जाए, ये सवाल तो राजनाथ सिंह जी से
नहीं, आप चिट्ठी कब भेजी?
एक पॉलिटिकल पार्टी के मेन अपोजिशन पार्टी के हेड होते हुए जा करके चिरौरी कर रहे हैं, हाथ जोड़ रहे हैं, भीख मांग रहे हैं अपने नेता के वीजा के लिए, तो ऐसे समय में हम लोगों ने पुरानी चिट्ठी को फिर से फैक्स किया है. हम लोग तो वीजा देना है नहीं देना है ये नहीं कह रहे हैं. हम लोग कह रहे हैं कि आपके स्टैंड में क्या चेंज हुआ, हम तो उनसे क्लेरिफिकेशन चाहते हैं.
आपकी चिट्ठी कब? एक मिनट
बताइए, आपके स्टैंड में क्या चेंज हुआ? जेडीयू आपका तो मंत्री था, रेलवे मिनिस्टर।
लेखी जी से पूछा जाना चाहिए।
नहीं, ये तो डबल स्टैंडर्ड्स हो गए। नहीं, एक मिनट अली अनवर अंसारी जी, एक मिनट अली अनवर अंसारी जी, एक मिनट मेरा सवाल आपसे ये है, मेरा सवाल आपसे ये है अंसारी जी, 2 मिनट जरा मेरी बात सुनिए। ये काफी मैं आपको गंभीर सवाल पूछ रहा हूं, आप मेरी बात सुनिए, और इस पे मैं जयनारायण व्यास को भी अब टीवी पे लाना चाहता हूं ताकि वो रिप्लाई कर सके आपको। मेरा सवाल आपसे, ये तो डबल स्टैंडर्ड्स की बात हो गई ना कि आप बिहार में सरकार चला रहे भारतीय जनता पार्टी के साथ जून 15 तक, और एक तरफ आप ओबामा को चिट्ठी लिख रहे हैं कि नरेंद्र मोदी को वीजा मत दीजिए। आपने कहा कि 6 महीने पहले वो चिट्ठी लिखी, दिखाइए मुझे चिट्ठी कहाँ है?
इसमें
कहाँ है 6 महीने पहले?
लीजिए जवाब,
कब भेजिए आप?
सुन लिया जाए, कोई इसमें कंट्राडिक्शन नहीं है।
नहीं, इसमें नीतीश कुमार का नाम क्यों नहीं लिखा कि वो गोधरा नहीं होता तो ये सब भी नहीं होता, और वो रेल मंत्री था जिसने डब्बा जलवाया, आरपीएफ ने काम नहीं किया।
आप जवाब सुन लीजिए, आपको इतना भी पेशेंस नहीं है? जब हमको मौका मिला है तो आप क्यों बीच में बोल रही हैं? मेरा जवाब यह है कि उस समय भी हमारा स्टैंड था नरेंद्र मोदी का विरोध करना। बीजेपी से अलायंस होते हुए भी नरेंद्र मोदी के खिलाफ गुजरात में जाकर के हमारी पार्टी चुनाव लड़ी थी उनके खिलाफ। चुनाव लड़के
आई एम गेटिंग अ रिस्पांस फ्रॉम नो आई सी अ कॉन्ट्रडिक्शन। जयनारायण व्यास भारतीय जनता पार्टी के लीडर है, अहमदाबाद से आपको
नहीं दिया।
आप बात सुनिए, आप बात देखिए सवाल। यस, गो अहेड
Arnab, if you can please keep the house in order now.
I'm trying my best. Yes, go ahead.
I am amazed. If they were half as wise, they would not have exposed their scandal which they hatched 6 months back on the national television and much less on this show. That means right from day one, they were planning for separating out from BJP. Their attitude was that of a separatist. And in a process, they don't mind. I fully endorse what Mr. Parthasarathy has said. They don't mind washing the dirty linen of which is our internal problem, going to Barack Obama and begging before him. Number 2, see, let us understand one thing. As member of parliament, a member of parliament is that of the entire country. A member of parliament is that of an entire country. And therefore, when he writes anything, he is forgetting that he has taken the oath of allegiance to the constitution to maintain the integrity and sovereignty of this country. Gujarat is a federal state. Chief Minister is an elected Chief Minister, democratically appointed in the state. Constitutionally, he must be respected if you were to respect the sovereignty and integrity of this country. Now you are doing something in frustration, which you have done, and when it comes to the public, and thanks to the Times Now show, that now their lie is being exposed, that they concocted this, they hacked this conspiracy 6 months back, and now they are tom-tomming from the rooftop that we did it because we are journalists. Arnab, tell me which journalist worth his salt will do this?
Well, you see, right now I just want all the voices into the debate. Manoj Jha wants to come into the debate. The question is simply this, Manoj Jha. I don't know if in America tomorrow, Abid Rasool Khan coming to you, my question is, in America, will an American senator or congressman write to the Prime Minister of India, encouraging the Prime Minister of India to do something which will be disrespectful to the American government, or for that matter, to the democratically elected governor of any large American state? I mean, there has to be a point.
Very true.
There has to be a point at which you have to say this far and no further. We will not embarrass ourselves like this. And let us not forget, this country has had a tradition where Atal Bihari Vajpayee was asked by a Congress government to speak at the United Nations. From that to this, Manoj Jha, what are we bringing this country to?
Arnab,
no. You have. First of all, do you admit?
Completely in sync.
No, if you are in sync, then do you think Muhammad Adib and Ali Akbar Ansari have done something wrong?
Arnab, I am in sync. Arnab, just let me make 2 quick points. I believe that we have a long, prolonged battle with right-wing political posturing of BJP, but I would not want, my party would not want America to be an adjudicator in this process. I mean, this is bad politics, this is bad diplomacy. We should not indulge in this.
There you are.
This is something, and I tell you, Arnab, and secondly, this is further going to augment the virulent communal posturing. We have had enough in last 15 days.